woke up one morning devastated. I'm still mourning the fact that I had a healthy child who is no longer a healthy child.
I didn't know that it would be so bad. I didn't think that it would change my life so much at that point as it had.
She had the obvious symptoms were fatigue. She was very arthritic. She had a lot of severe pain in her spine. Her hands were doubled in size. Her feet were so swollen that she could barely walk. Her ankles were very fragile. She had skin lacerations, like ulcers on her cheeks and on her eyes. I took her to a doctor, but he thought to him it looked like textbook lupus.
Nurses started coming in the room and, oh my gosh, you're going through chemo. What for? Leukemia? No, lupus. I had to explain to the nurses why I am going through chemo for lupus. I wound up having lupus and I went to a different doctor and I wound up being put on more medicines than I would ever have imagined to swallow in my whole life. I didn't realize how scared of needles I really was until the nurse came into the room and tried to put in my IV, and my veins, I realized, are extremely bad. Every activity, I'm afraid that I'm going to get too tired or there's going to be too much sun.
I was crying because I thought, oh my gosh, I don't like taking a Tylenol, and this is my child's life. And I heard footsteps coming downstairs, and she came down for one last hug, and she saw me crying, and she said, Mama, we're going to get through this together. You know that I'm tough, and I'm going to beat this. I can do this. We'll do it together. And I thought, oh my gosh, here's my sick child who had such a bright future and still has a bright future, but with just some adjustments. And she's telling me that it's going to be okay.
My dream is for me to be walking on the street and somebody to ask why your cheeks are so puffy or why you don't look the same as you did in 5th grade. And you say, oh, because I have lupus, and for them to realize, okay, yeah, she has lupus, and to really know what lupus actually is.
She came into bed with me and was a little bit down, and I asked her what was wrong, and she broke down a little bit, and she said, I just want to be normal. There's nothing normal about that. So for those that think that a chronically ill person adjusts to normalcy, that normal becomes different for you, I don't know, I challenge that. I don't think that there's anything normal about what she's going through. I think it's terrible, and I mourn for her. I've bartered with God over and over again. I have prayed from the very beginning to take lupus away from Aiden and give me anything, lupus, cancers, anything, the worst imaginable disease, if he would make her healthy. And I'm learning that God doesn't barter, it's not something that you get a choice in.
I definitely want to have family, but I'm already telling one of my sisters, well, you're going to have to be a surrogate mom because my doctor told me I can't have children. So people come up to me and why are you thinking about things like this? Well, because I have to.